You know what? We hate you. We really hate you right now.
We love
So
you.
I want you all to, for a brief second, just put
It
all
can't
that
get
stuff that we just
it
listened
can't get
to
no worse.
the side.
Oh yes it can.
I want y'all to put that all to the side.
Okay.
This is the final video, and folks, it gets worse.
He posted an update. So I came back home this morning after spending the night at a nearby hotel. I didn't feel safe staying alone in my house since my friend has a copy of the keys. Even though I have a surveillance system, I didn't want to take the risk. The first thing I did when I came back was call an emergency locksmith, explain the situation, and they arrived and changed my lock swiftly. I felt so much safer knowing that she can't get in anymore. Then I met up with a mutual friend and she updated me on the talk that she had with her. Okay, so for the rest of this story, OP is using a lot of she's, but there's multiple she's in the story, so I'm going to name these characters to keep track. We'll say that the delusional breastfeeding woman is Karen and the mutual friend is Amy. Amy told me that she visited Karen at Karen's home this morning because she wanted to talk to Karen face to face because she thought that maybe I was a little bit overreacting. Well, Amy went to Karen's house. Karen greeted her for a bit and chatted before inviting Amy in. When they sat down, Karen asked Amy if they could talk while she breast pumped because she had to get her supply running. Amy played dumb, saying that it wasn't a problem, but she asked why she needed to pump if she doesn't have kids. Karen replied back saying that she does indeed have a daughter, and she was surprised that I didn't tell Amy about it. Karen then pointed out that it was my daughter, and that even if she didn't give birth to her, she still considered her her baby too, and that she needed her mama's milk to grow healthy. She kept on going, saying that she had no choice but pumping because I was being sassy and inconsiderate and I wasn't letting her breastfeed our baby. But that she couldn't be inconsiderate like I was, and she had to get her supply to a sufficient level, but that she was sure that I would change my mind in no time since I'm not stupid and I know that her breasts are better for our daughter. Yo, this story's going off the rails, you guys. Amy told me that she couldn't believe what she was hearing and that she couldn't believe that all of this was true. But what shocked Amy the most was the fact that she was indeed lactating. She wasn't producing much, but she was indeed pumping breast milk. Amy tried to talk to her, but it was no use. Karen just wasn't listening. And after trying for a while, Karen just said there was nothing wrong in what she was doing and that she was just being a good mother. And after that, Karen asked Amy to leave because she had to relax while pumping. Honestly, I wasn't surprised after hearing all that. But still, it was very, very depressing. Amy was completely shocked, and she couldn't understand what happened, since apart from that, she seemed completely normal. I then asked Amy to accompany me to the police, but unfortunately, this evidence wasn't enough to get a restraining order. So the only thing I could do was file a formal complaint about what happened, and I did that. They told me they'd keep an eye on the situation, and they would check my neighborhood more frequently to make sure nothing happens. And that's it for now. Amy will stay at my house for a couple of days to help me recover from what happened. Also, to wait for my parents to arrive. Unfortunately, neither I nor Amy know how to contact Karen's parents, but Amy did find a way to contact Karen's ex-husband, and I'll contact him tomorrow to ask for help. It's been a while, so I hope he's willing to help. I also booked an appointment with a pediatrician, and I'll get my daughter checked next week. I'll stop making updates for a while. I need to get my act together, plan what to do next, and take care of my daughter. Fortunately, my parents are coming to help me, and I'm really, really relieved. I don't think that I can keep facing this situation alone.
See, I told you she called the police. They're like, we can't do nothing. Drastic times call for what? Drastic measures.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my my answer to this whole story, sis. When I'm being for real, for real. Your parents don't need to be coming to help you unless it's coming to help you move.
Thank you.
You need to leave.
Break
need to
that
leave
lease.
that house, and you don't need to tell nobody where you went. Nobody. I'm not saying it's easy and all that and all this other stuff, but you need to leave. Because this woman right now, delusional or mental, but one word is missing, is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, she's dangerous.
She's giving me kidnapped the child vibes.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'd
The
be
longer
calling
that
my parents to come pick me up,
yes.
not just to stay with me.
No, I don't
No.
need you to stay with me.
If it's
We
an
need to
apartment
go.
lease, break it. If it's a house,
Break it.
sell it.
Just break it. Just break
They
it.
ain't gonna do
In
nothing but take
fact,
it to court.
if you contact an apartment manager, I'm sure, and explain, I am being harassed, I need to move for the safety of my baby, he will probably let you break the lease.
Now she's written from saying
I
you would
don't.
think
You
you would think
would.
they should.
I hope that she would reach a human. But anyway, that's.
Hey Parker, welcome to discussion on breast milk.
Hi,
You came in at the right time.
baby boy.
Unfortunately, the mother needs to have a backstory before the cops will listen.
Yep, they're not gonna listen unless she actually has unless she physically harms somebody. Unfortunately.
Why
For the
she
third
should have
time
called when
before
she showed up at her door. Sorry.
it's good that her parents are coming. Her parents need to be coming to get her.
With boxes and tape.
Yeah. And do like we used to do back in the day when we used to move from apartment to apartment and we used to move at night.
Yes,
Sure,
Mickey.
thank you.
So people don't know what we have coming into them. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to have at night. You need to move.
Don't tell your friend Amy. Don't tell your cousin. Don't tell your parents.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Don't tell nobody else, because
Don't tell
Well,
Amy.
And sorry, Amy. Can't even tell you. I
Nope.
can tell you that
This
we're
is a
safe.
need to know, and you do not need to know.
We're safe. We're cool.
And what's calling the ex-husband gonna do? That's why he divorced her.
She
He's
needs to
asking
talk.
for a
Because
reason.
they are reaching for somebody, anybody in her past. Anybody at this
They
point.
need to. I ain't gonna say what they need to reach for.
Oh my God, Tracy.
I'm trying. I'm really
You woke
trying.
up and chose violence.
That's what I'm saying. You do need to take a nap. Dang.
I'm sorry. I'm trying, but this lady is pushing every button I got. I'm like, no. You should be like forgiveness and blah blah blah. No, not on her.
No.
She need a good. She need to be shown some things. I'll be nice.
We protect our family at all costs.
By any means necessary.
By any means. Yes, we do. And that goes for mothers, fathers.
Yeah. That's
actual
Because she
parents.
don't. The friend tried to talk to her. I'm pretty sure somebody else tried to contact her. It's something wrong in her brain that's saying I have to lactate for a child that I didn't give birth to. You snuck and did it. Eek.
She did. All right, everybody. That's our first hour. We're leaving real early. Yeah, I know. 40 minutes in. So
I'm just not sure that I can. She needs therapy. Absolutely.
She
This is
needs
the case
prison
where
time
I
and
will
she needs
say.
therapy.
I know LL. She's on a roll of
Not
saying
on this
without
one.
saying it.
This one is taking me outside of my comfort zone, which is that faith area. And I didn't expect this because this one, she's not listening to reason. She's not listening to anything. She knows she's wrong, but something in her mind keeps saying, nope, I'm going to do it anyway. And why was she lactating the milk after the mother said, don't contact me? How was she going to get the milk to the mother?
Didn't you hear? She thought
She was gonna change her mind.
Yeah.
The mother was gonna come to her senses.
Girl, if you don't sit your trifling behind down somewhere.
Like, that's the one spot where I go, okay, you have started to break from reality that you think this is gonna blow over.
There's delusional, and then there's stalker. She's in that stalker category. She's stalking her and that baby.
But yeah, this is.
She wants that baby for herself. I wasn't even gonna say it was because she lost the baby and gave up trying, because that's what excuse I was gonna give her. But this, nah, girl, no, 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 no,
In the
no.
very beginning, I really thought that the friend was going to, sorry, the mother of the child was going to walk up on her friend saying, "This is my baby," kind of a thing, pretending.
Mm-hmm.
It went so stage left that.
She's not even there. She's not. She's in that other.
But
She's in.
she's using reasoning
That
skills.
doesn't make sense.
They don't make sense, no.
And I'm sure it doesn't make sense to her. She's going.
Hello, I'm curious about what you would say if you have heard this entire story. Do you think that this woman has broken from reality? Would you say that this is a mental health case? Or is this just I am that delusional? So
I
I'm
think
I'm just curious about.
it's both. She crossed delusional and straight mental. Now she's on a whole different spectrum. I
Mm,
don't even know if there's a name for it. I'm trying to think.
That's what I'm saying. I think there is a mental aspect to this, but she's also very delusional because here's why I said she needs to move. This is my point. Right now, there is a bit of delusional in it. Subconsciously, she knows what she's doing is wrong.
right.
She's just pushing it. But here's why I said it's gonna go from delusional to dangerous. Because eventually the way she is going, that delusional is going to disappear
Mm,
and become desperate.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying right now, as we speak, it's delusional, i.e., I know I may be doing something wrong, but I don't really think I'm doing something wrong. Eventually, that delusional is going to disappear and it's going to turn into I fully believe what everything that I'm doing right now is right. And now you are keeping my child away from me. And now she has come from what she is now to becoming very dangerous.
Mm,
So you need to disappear
yeah. I
while she
agree with
still
that.
has a little bit of delusional in her. Because you threatening to call the cops probably is the reason why she hasn't came back around anymore.
Yeah, if you
That's
had
why she has
actually
that
called them,
delusion of, oh, I'll just wait for you to change your mind and you'll realize that I was right and you was wrong and my breast is better. That's still the delusional stage right now that's in her head. But we
My
do not
breast
know
is
when that
better.
delusion is going to disappear.
I
And as
mean,
time goes on, this
Mm,
woman is going to get worse and
she's
worse
gonna start
and worse.
buying clothes for the baby. She's gonna start
my
telling people
breast
that the child is actually hers and not the other person.
is
She's gonna
better.
make a plot. This is what I think. She's gonna make a plot to kidnap that child. When you threaten to
Yeah.
call the police, you shouldn't have threatened her. You should have just called the police. You should have just picked up the phone, 911, describe what she looked like, and say she's harassed, she's threatening my child. Period. Some people you gotta show them. It's better to show you than to tell you.
Yeah, I think this woman has
Yeah,
lost.
and good point, Mickey.
Okay, Parker said he's all caught up now to the story.
All right.
So that's
What do
what I'm
you
saying.
think?
You need to get out of this while it's still a delusional part of her life right now, and she's keeping at bay because there are certain aspects that's going to start welling around in her mind. This milk is going to go spoil. I have to get it to the child before it spoils. That crying that she going to hear is going to start ringing in her ears at night. whether the
This
child
is
is crying or not.
this is why you have to, especially even if you don't have kids, but especially if you do, you need to start. Y'all need to start vetting people better, vetting them.
That's why I said, even your friends, when you have a baby and you're going to leave at any point, if you're going to leave that baby with this person, yes, it's we need to do background checks these days. Unless we know all the background, because
A lot of people would be
all of
better off
this,
if they Google search people. I mean, that's minimum.
right, right.
Yeah. You still can't believe how people put some of the most dumbest pictures / comments on Facebook to this day. Even
Yeah,
when Facebook tell you can lock your Facebook down and make it private, nope.
Yep,
I'm just
don't post nothing about that baby online. Don't get on Instagram. No, if you do get on there, because I'm not gonna tell everybody, just ditch social media. Make it private.
right.
Yep,
Choose your friends
very wisely.
very wisely. First, only your family.
And I vet family too.
Yes.
Because that's where
Yep.
the abuse comes from. Family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna guarantee you right now,
No
the
matter
story
who.
that this woman is going to tell is not going to be the real story.
No.
That's why I'm telling her you can't tell anybody where you left because she's
Nope.
going to tell a story
Right.
that's
I
going
was
to
just trying to
convince
help.
somebody to tell her where you left too.
She is the victim.
Yes,
She
she
Remember
came
the
is.
to
whole,
me.
we're either
Yeah.
the victim or we're the hero of our story.
She
Yep.
came to me and said,
It's,
since your
she's
breasts are
very right
better
on
than
that.
mine, that you should lactate instead of me.
Your breast is my breast is better than that is going to mess me up for weeks.
Yes,
This is
Parker.
what
I
My
do
breast is
think
better
she
than
admitted that she did.
Oh yeah, she said that at the party. I mean, the second
yeah.
story, she said that this was not the first time she did it. That
You
this was the
can't.
only way she knew how to do it all this time. So
And
she
that she
done
had
it.
been doing it so long, she started to lactate.
Yep. Yeah, she admitted that she was been doing it for a while.
Well, it would
So
have took
Mm-hmm.
all of my whole soul not to go off on that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess I was naive thinking it wasn't that big of a deal at first. Oh, yeah, you like, why did she get mad? Now you see, now you know.
You don't. You just don't.
You know.
It'd be one thing if she bought the baby formula and didn't tell the mother. That's one thing. But to physically nurse another person's child without their permission, you just don't went too far.
Permission or knowledge.
You need to put everything by the parent first. If you're going to try
But
something
Anna,
with an infant,
but
you
Anna,
need to talk.
but Anna, okay, I get what you're saying. But how
Mm-hmm.
do you open up the conversation? Gee, Sally, my breasts are better than yours. I would like to breastfeed your child. You can't. There's no way to get into. There's no way to.
Okay, I was going for you said, even if you've got formula. I was going to say,
Oh,
if you need to
formula,
get
yes.
formula, you still ask.
Yeah, you ask, can you
You
buy
do
formula,
not.
but you don't. Ain't no way you can breach a conversation. Yeah, my breasts are better than yours. Can I breastfeed your baby? No, there's no. That's not a conversation you're gonna have. Nope.
Okay, now take everything you just said, Tracy, and just remember this story we just listened to.
Uh-oh.
You don't think if that was a conversation, she would not have said it like that?
She
Even if she
probably
was on
would.
the nice,
She,
even if she was on the nice and asked, you don't think she would ask that? Hey, you know what? Since we're mothers, don't you
No,
think
she
we ought
liked
and
to
my
my
let you
boobs
child.
are bigger
breastfeed
than
too? And
yours.
mine is bigger than yours. Don't you think? I'm just sharing the responsibility with you. I'm trying to help you out. No, she would have asked.
I
She
think
probably
so.
would have.
Yeah.
But a
I
normal
agree.
person wouldn't be asking that question. Formula, yes. Formula,
Right.
like, hey, I want to buy you some formula for your child because I know breastfeeding can be like tiring for the mother.
And what kind?
Yeah, what
These
kind?
are things that you should not be making these decisions on your own. And if you think it's okay to make these fundamental decisions about somebody else's infant, I'm sorry, you need to check yourself. I mean, Susan, I think you kind of just, you didn't think before you spoke there.
Mother Hart, that
That
was a very good
check
question.
yourself wasn't at you. Could it be checked?
Sure
That is a
could.
very good
You
question.
know,
But at this point, they won't even give her a restraining order. So
Because she didn't call the police that first time.
at the time.
She
yeah,
should don't make a threat. Hey, 911. This idiot is showing up on my doorstep.
Yeah.
were her husband involved at all, or did they split up or
They
something?
didn't say.
They didn't say, but
She
that
mentioned that it
she is
was an
the
ex.
ex-husband. So
I'm
I'm
I'm just
pretty
assuming
sure.
ex-boyfriend. I wasn't assuming husband. That's just me.
I I
um,
thought I remembered the ex-husband said really specifically.
Yeah, what does the spouse, ex-spouse, ex-boyfriend got to say? He couldn't have been too involved in the kid's life because if he was, he would have jumped in it.
He probably didn't even reach back because, like, I got rid of that crazy person, and
No,
I don't want back in.
I'm talking about the real mother, not Amy.
Oh,
Yeah, not I mean talking about Amy, the real mother. I'm not talking about Karen, the fake mother.
gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, if him and Karen got, I mean, if him and Amy got together, they broke up or whatever, then they had a child. She didn't think, hey, somebody's messing with your child. Why don't for a couple of days, take the child, take the child, be with the child, bond with the child, etc.
If a father is not in the picture, if there has been no signature on a birth
It would be
certificate,
her.
etc., there are no father's rights here. Like, I don't know the legality.
we don't have absolutely no information. We have no information on the
Yeah,
real
because
mother,
he couldn't have been
the
too
father,
involved.
the real father.
Father.
We have
Okay.
There was
He,
no information ever said anywhere in this story.
yeah, because I'd be thinking,
Okay.
lady, you did what to my child? No, you sit down, Amy. Well, no, she's got to deal with
Karen.
Amy
Yeah.
because a man shouldn't be
And
arguing
by the
with a
way,
woman.
Amy was the friend that went
Right.
over to
Right.
the house.
Oh, I mean,
So
Sally.
just say OP because
Yeah,
the original
OP.
post,
Yeah,
Yes.
OP.
Yes. Mama. Real mama.
the real mama, they was reaching out. They was reaching out to
To
the
Karen's ex-husband.
Karen's ex-husband because they had no way of getting in contact with Karen's parents,
Parents.
but
That's
they
what
were
I.
able to
Yeah.
get in contact with the ex-husband. And I'm still sticking to so because I
Yeah, what
don't
that's
know
gonna
what
do?
the ex-husband gonna do.
The parents and maybe
They
They was
just
in
possibly
wanted
contact with her.
someone to try to help.
they was reaching for straws with that one. I'm like,
Right. They were. You
Yeah,
get desperate.
we just said just call her the OP, the OP or the real mother. OP original poster, or
Right.
call her the mother. Amy was the friend. Karen is the delusional
Perfect name choice.
for yeah. So I just didn't want anybody to get confused. So to iterate, they couldn't get in contact with Karen's parents. They
Right.
could get in contact with Karen's ex-husband.
Right.
We have absolutely no information on the OP slash mother's ex. Only thing we got was Amy,
The
the friend,
baby's biological
and
father.
the her parents are coming. And that's the
yeah,
only
because I'm
side that she
thinking
has.
if OP's ex or
The baby's father.
father,
Baby
yeah,
father.
was sitting there knowing he would been like, girl, call the police. Let me take this baby for a couple days, and then when it dies down.
Except he was not in
So
the
he must not
picture.
have been in the pic. Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
that's a good one.
Did
Yeah,
he even know?
the ex-husband may have been able to give OP the
True.
parents.
Yes. Yes.
You're right.
Yeah, so she could file it in court. Now that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that.
When someone is this delusional, anyone familiar might help get Karen into the treatment. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a possibility because at this point, that's the only stage we could go. That's the only stage we could go. She needs treatment. She
Girl
Oh
is lactating
boy.
for a child she didn't give birth to. Mm-mm-mm. It's one thing to ask, but then it's another thing. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
breastfeed this
unwanted. Because this is a perfectly natural thing that a lot of women help women who are in trouble when they're breastfeeding. You know, some women lose their milk. Some can never get it back. And if you are a breastfeeding mother and you're having trouble, please reach out to La Leche League. They will help so much.
But if you get a Karen in your life,
Call the police.
please
If
do
she
some.
shows up at your door, call the police. Do not risk the safety of your infant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, we all agree on
We
that one.
all
Don't tell nobody where she
Don't
going,
tell nobody where you
except for
went.
the
Right?
call
mom
the
and her mom and
parents and
dad.
say, "Come pick me up,
Yeah,
please.
bring
I
boxes.
need to get out of here."
Bring boxes.
Especially that Karen had a key.
Yeah. The fact that she
That's
kept
where I'm at.
insisting she was doing nothing wrong, no apologies or anything, and wanted to act like she was the real mother was the definition was definitely a sign of some sort of mental disconnect with reality.
Yes.
Yes. But like I said, at this point, there is a bit of delusional still there because
Right.
she is staying away. But that delusion is going to disappear.
And it's gonna turn into something else. It's gonna be
It's going to
rage.
turn into completely something else. It was a struggle at first, but then
This
I
is a
understand.
dangerous person in the making, and I really hope that you and your baby are safe, and your parents at this point.
Yeah. Well, okay. We heard the story.
She
Perhaps
We've
the
did
heard
mother
the
attach
was
story
done
of
things
the.
through.
for
Well,
convenience?
Nah, she's too
yes,
attached to that
yes.
baby.
I get
No.
exactly what she's saying. We've heard the story afterwards. We get that, hey, this woman has mental illness. Hey, let's not forget that this was her best friend. With that, with not the delusion, sorry. With that reality in your head, you would not think that your best friend would ever do something like this.
That's why you gotta vet
On top
people.
of that, you never think that your best friend is slowly but definitely
Take
creeping the
it.
wrong direction.
Whew.
I mean, we're talking about your best friend. We ain't talking about your next door neighbor.
Hmm.
Right.
You're talking about somebody that's been in your life for multiple years. You never saw any side of this because you would never think of all your friends, especially your best friend, would do something like this. So yeah, we could always look hindsight being 2020 and go, you should have did this, you should have been. We're talking about your best friend who has been there for you through the good and bad times.
For convenience. Oh, I get what she's saying now. Okay.
But even if it was convenient, she did it behind her back.
Well,
Right.
that
She
was
knew it was wrong. It's
Yes.
one thing to ask, and the mother says, well, okay, because I can't produce the milk anymore. It's a whole nother to sneak around, tell somebody, oh, that's my child. No, it's not. She's not your child. She's not your child.
all right, everybody. I'm going to shut down the first hour. We ain't
All
got
right.
it don't matter. It's already the
We,
first hour.
we got